I want to be happy. Don't you? In fact, I want everybody to just be happy. Hi, I'm Conchetta, and I am sitting on a folding chair in my closet, facing one of my little folding TV dinner trays. It holds a microphone and a glass of cold water. Because, believe me, it is hot in here. But it's the quietest place I could find to record this, and doing it, it makes me happy. So thanks for spending a little time with me as I cue women of a lovely age. What does that mean? Okay, what does it mean to be cued? If you're an actor, well, a cue is a signal you hear. It's a prompt for you to play your part in the scene. You either say the next line, you laugh, you cry, or you might even walk off the stage. When you hear your cue, whatever you do next moves the play forward. Now, as a person, we receive many cues every single day for the role we're all playing in this thing called life. Believe me, recognizing cues is much harder to do as a real person. And as for our response to those cues, actors have been directed so they know how to listen for their cue and then respond perfectly. That's their job. I think it's our job too. But too often we either don't pay attention to our cues or we're so distracted that we miss them. And the play, our life, it takes off. It zigzags around until one day we finally hear the cue we missed. And our play, our life, can begin again. Actors even know how the play they're in ends. But we can't see our last page. How and when it ends for us is a mystery. Even when bad stuff happens and you think, oh no, is this my final scene? Am I in my last act? Well, pretty soon, if we're lucky, a whole new chapter pops up, whether it be Act 2, 3, 4. I'm in Act 7. I can't believe it. My play began more than 7 decades ago at a Delphi hospital in Brooklyn, New York. The director, somewhere way up there in the sky, cast this little girl with curly reddish blonde hair in a drama. And I have spent years rewriting it. You don't like your play? I certainly didn't like mine. Change it. There's this thing we can do called editing. Just cut out the parts you don't like. Make poetry. Find melodies that make you smile. Whatever I may have experienced in my distant youth, I am determined to age happy. It's a gift we can give to ourselves. I don't have all the answers. No one does. I'm reminded of an old African proverb. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Well, to me, it means this is a journey I need to share. How many acts are left in this play? Who knows? I say run with every cue that points you to the happy scenes. Betty Davis famously said old age ain't no place for sissies. Well, we'll never know what she's saying now about the alternative, but until we find out for ourselves, I want to tell every single woman of a lovely age that if you're still here, you are a very important cast member in this play called Your Life. I'm Conchetta Daniese. Oh, it wasn't a great name for a little girl. I hated it. So, at 18, I changed it to Connie Denise. I thought that name would move me from a life I didn't want to live into the life I dreamed about. The first time I saw Hollywood musicals on our little 12-inch black and white TV, oh, my eyes were opened wide. I wanted that. Judy Garland, Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire, oh, Rita Hayworth with big, messy hair like mine, all of them singing and tap dancing their way through a beautiful Technicolor life. I didn't want to become like any of the grown-ups around me, so I became Connie Denise. But when I got into my 60s, I realized, who am I kidding? You're still Conchetta Daniese. Changing my name was not the way to make my life happy. I don't know what life was like where you grew up, but in Brooklyn 70 years ago, little girls were expected to go to church on Sunday, play with dolls, and help Mommy by learning how to clean the house. I didn't mind church because I got to dress up, but I had zero interest in those dolls. I hated what they were wearing. And as for learning how to clean a house, I thought it was a big waste of time. In those movie musicals, I didn't see girls like me who could sing and dance cleaning their house. Did I say house? We didn't live in a house. It was a small railroad apartment. Cleaning didn't make it beautiful, and living there, well, it didn't make me happy. Do you remember when you were no longer a girl? What did becoming a woman mean to you? Being a grown-up woman scared the hell out of me. I wanted to grow up so I could get out of Brooklyn, but I knew that when I grew up, I had two choices. One, graduate high school, get married, have babies, cook dinner, clean house, get old, have grandbabies, get sick, and die. Choice two, graduate high school, go to college, become, a teacher, a nurse, or secretary to a powerful man, get married, have babies, cook dinner, clean house, get old, have grandbabies, get sick, and die. I thought, okay, one of my favorite TV shows was Perry Mason. So, what if I go to college to become a lawyer? Oh, my mother heard me say the C word, and she was thrilled. Her little Mensa would be the first person in our whole family to go to college. She said, "Oh, you are so smart. If you're a good stenographer and typist, you could be secretary to a lawyer." That's how I learned 70 years ago in Brooklyn, New York, women did not become lawyers. They graduated high school, got married, had babies, cooked dinner, cleaned house, got old, had grandbabies, got sick, and died. Now, there is nothing wrong with that life if it makes you happy. I just knew I wouldn't be. I needed to create different choices. Whether you're a baby boomer or even a member of the silent generation, we women of a lovely age have so many more options available now. But whichever we select, the most important choice is to be happy. If you're listening to this, whatever your age, you're alive. And that means no matter how many years ago you were born, whatever choices you made, happy or otherwise, you still have the gift of life in your possession. I know that every morning, if I take the time to connect with my inner spirit, it guides me to a new freedom. I invite you to begin each day with the expectant joy you had as a young girl when you believed somehow, some way when you grew up, all your dreams would come true. If you're breathing, they still can. Maybe now we have different dreams. With age, we also have wisdom. We are a lovely age. I finally learned the best way to be happy is to follow your heart. I choose to open mine to you, to surround myself with people who make a difference in the lives of others, and to inspire the belief that we can always begin again. We can transform our lives. You can be happy. Did you hear those finger snaps? You've just been cued. Today, right now, pick up your cue and choose to be in the happy scenes of your life. Recording this, like I said, makes me happy. I hope it brightens your day too. And if it does, please subscribe and tell your friends so you can all get alerts for my next podcast and we can meet here again. Until then, just be happy. Why not? Before this play ends, pick up your happy cues.